few of us YouTubers are doing this 30-day challenge of showing off, where we're linking it to Leo season and saying, what if we pretended to be experts and really stretched ourselves? And I don't mean in terms of seriously saying we're an expert. All of us have created a character, and we do this improvisation where we're happy to be centre stage, happy to express our ideas, but we're really stretching ourselves. But it's play, because what was happening was we were creating these videos, and a lot of us were showing up and being completely comfortable saying, yeah, I don't know everything and I don't know everything about YouTube, but we weren't telling people the things that we did know and that we were comfortable and we were knowledgeable about. And it felt like a bit of a jump. So what we're doing is this challenge, and the theory is kind of that rubber band theory, is that if you stretch yourself, really stretch yourself, you will not go back to the original shape that you had. So all of us are secretly hoping or secretly wondering, what will we return to in our normal content creation after we've done this 30 days of experiment, creating a character, improvising, making something up. One of us is a doctor, one of us is changing. We've got somebody who's a mind reader, and me being the professor. So you can have any character you want. But there are a few tips that have really helped me. Now, Anya Kirsten came up with the idea for this. She's a creativity coach. She focuses on improvisation. She's got a ton of experience with improvisation, and I don't. So she gave me some tips that I'm going to share with you, the 3 tips in particular. Number 1 is to be in your body. Now, this kind of struck home with me because some of you will know I've been diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, and all the therapies say be in your body, be in the moment. So I thought it was an extra reason for me to take on this as a project. Anyway, not very good about being in my body, like being up in my head, like thinking, have been accused of overthinking. And what I noticed was I did some practice runs of this character beforehand, and I could tell the difference. So when I changed my posture and I changed my breathing, I found that the voice was coming from somewhere else and that I didn't know what I was going to be talking about, if that makes sense. And then maybe I made a mistake, or maybe I got all self-conscious and I noticed I was up in my head and thinking about it again. So the first tip is, with your character, be in the body. See if you can change your breathing or your posture. So it's a sense of, I don't know what I'm going to be saying next, and then see what words come out of your mouth. It might be interesting. The second tip that she gave, which I thought was really useful, is to have a prop. Now, one of the risks, because we're sharing our videos on YouTube, one of the risks is that people look at us and say, oh, they're being very serious and they're seriously wanting to communicate these messages. For me, having the prop has a couple of benefits. One is it's not serious, it's a play thing. You can tell that I'm kind of playing and experimenting. 2, the second one is it kind of helps anchor me in to the character, and I'm finding it easier and quicker to become the character and to get into my body and see what comes up by playing with the prop. Now, you're going to probably want to overthink the prop. Try not to overthink it. Try and pick one. Ideally not something that you use in your everyday life, and it's useful if it's something that you can point to different gestures with. The third tip, and you gave after she saw us struggling, is that if you make a mistake, if you find that you do lose the character and you start in your head, or you mess up a word or something like that, try not to let yourself leave the character at all. Try to make it so that it's your character that has made a mistake, or your character that has used the wrong word. Stay in the character and say, as the character, oh, I forgot my word, or oh, da da da. Whatever it is that you messed up and made the mistake, try and let the mistake be the characters, and stay in the character and kind of push through for all of that. So tell us if, please tell me if you decide to join in the challenge. We'd really love you to. We're already noticing lots of changes in our own creativity and things that we want to make. So we're already talking about doing it next year too. We'd love you to join in and ask any questions that you like in the comments below. And I'm kind of curious whether, if you're somebody who's been following me for a while, whether you're noticing the differences as I turn up and hit record each day. Okay, bye.